Years ago, I'd been writing for about 4 or 5 years, and writing is kind of like an addiction. You start doing it on Sunday afternoons, and then you're doing it every night for an hour or two, and then you're doing it all night. And I'd been writing for about 4 or 5 years and having no luck. And I heard of a contest, and I thought, I'm going to enter that contest. And I know I'm going to win because I've been writing everything. And I entered all 7 categories. I entered like short story and first novel and mystery novel and article and everything. And there weren't but like a total of 100 entries in all the categories. And I went to the luncheon. I didn't know anybody. I sat all by myself, and I went to the luncheon and thought, I'm going to win these contests because I've been writing for 4 or 5 years. I've been studying writing. I've been working hard at it. And I went to the luncheon, and I remember I sat in the back with the bus driver at my table. It was just me and the bus driver because that was it. And we were sitting back there, and they began to call the names. And I just knew that they were going to call my name so many times that finally they said, Jodi, just stand up here at the podium. You know, we're giving you an award in every one of these categories. And they didn't call my name. And one category had 7 entries, and they had a first, second, third place, and 3 honorable mentions, and still didn't call my name. The book that later would win a Rita didn't even place in this contest. So in rough draft form, you know. And so I was disappointed, and I left there thinking, I'm quitting. I'm not meant to be a writer. I don't know why I thought I could be a writer. I can't spell. I'm crummy with grammar. I don't know why I thought I could be a writer. And so I'm driving home, and I think, you know, I don't want to get home and have my kids see me crying. So I stopped at the cemetery. Now I like the cemetery, and I don't know, it always cheers me up. You know, you're so much better off than everybody there that you've got to feel good. So I'm walking around the cemetery, and I like one section of the cemetery. We have it has the Barfield family. And the Barfields don't write just beloved mother. They write whole paragraphs about all their people and everything they ever did. So I'm reading those paragraphs and thinking that's interesting. And I see this iron bowl of fruit. And I think, those Barfields are crazy. They put an iron bowl of fruit on a concrete square in the middle of a cemetery. And I go over there and I sit down on that square, and I'm thinking, I was never meant to be a writer. I don't know why I thought I could write. I can tell a story, but I can't write. And I looked down, and between my feet was the word through. And I got down and I crawled around that concrete square, and I pulled out weeds till I could read all 4 squares. And there was one word on each side, and it said, triumph comes through perseverance. And that was a defining moment in my life. I stood up and I said, I'm going to write till I die. I'm not going to die and say, well, if I'd written one more book, I was going to hit it big. And it wasn't even 3 months later when I sold my first book, and within 15 months I'd sold 5 more. And I think it was just, you have to reach a point where you do it. I think the secret of writing is not talent. I think the secret of writing is working at it.